Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the City Witch. So I have an unboxing video for you guys today, and this was a deck very generously purchased for me by a wonderful client of mine called Christine. So big shout out to Christine. Thank you so much for purchasing this deck. I appreciate your love and support of myself and my channel and what I do. I am thoroughly aware that this deck has been out for a while, guys, so I know you've probably seen it before and actually worked through this, but bear with me because Christine specifically asked for a flip through of this deck in an unboxing video, so I'm going to honour her wish since she generously bought this deck for me. But also, I've never seen this deck before. I don't know what the artwork is like, so I really want to unbox it as well and show you guys, and obviously you'll get my reactions to the cards and any thoughts and opinions I have on them. So I do hope you enjoy the video. So first impressions is really quite good. I really like the box and the aesthetic. The box is really quite beautiful. This is a deck by Lucy Cavendish called Less Vampires, and the artwork is by Jasmine Beckett Griffiths. It's a 44 card oracle deck with a guidebook. Now, I have decks by these two and they always do such wonderful, beautiful decks. Lucy and Jasmine work really well together, and their decks are always very well thought out, and I enjoy them all. I don't have too many of them. I think I have two in my collection at the moment, and I have gotten rid of some older ones that I don't use anymore. But I do adore the two that I have, and I use them on a regular basis, and I know that they work quite well, energies, so I'm really looking forward to this deck. First impressions of the box is very good. As I say, the artwork is beautiful. There is a little bit of gloss on the writing. The box is hard and very well made, very sturdy. It's not got any dints or bumps on it from what I can see, so obviously a good quality box. I'll just read you a little bit of the back. So it says, ancient wisdom and healing messages from the children of the night. Their promise you will not go through these dark times alone. A stunning deck designed for those facing difficult decisions, upheaval in relationships, or wishing to move away from draining careers, situations, or people. Vampiric energies have often been feared and reviled, but today the amazing creatures of Less Vampires are proving to be allies from the most mysterious of realms, helping many humans through their own dark night of the soul, full of wise guidance, ancient teachings, proven methods of protection, comforting advice, and provocative challenges to our flawed perceptions. Less Vampires offers a pathway through the darkest, most troubled times. Wow, that's quite an epic statement, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to seeing these cards now, like really looking forward to it. And if they are these down here, I am loving what I'm seeing so far. And I really like the way they've laid that out as well. There's plenty of colour, plenty to capture your imagination, your attention, and the introduction was lovely. So let's open up the box and see what we've got, shall we? So, oh wow, that's a beautiful royal blue, isn't it? Let's pop that to one side. And first of all, let's have a look at the guidebook. So the guidebook looks like it's black and white. Looks like it lists all of the cards. So that's good. And they're not in alphabetical order, but they are all in number order. And then we get an introduction, a little bit about the author and the artist at the end. So what does the guidebook give us? We've got lifting the veil, so kind of like an introduction. Who are Less Vampires? Why would Less Vampires help me? Why work with Less Vampires? How will you know they are with you? What Less Vampires will help you with? Are vampires real? A modern vampire story by Marcy Brown. A layout for Less Vampires. So let's see what layouts they have, guys. So we have the ceremonial blessing of your deck. Oh, that's nice. A little bit of information about how to shuffle your deck, and then information about reading for other people. And then Less Vampires layouts. So we have the Trinity, which is a 3-card spread. Then we have Light in the Darkness. Ooh, Path Through the Night. That's quite a big spread, isn't it? Then we have, ooh, I don't know if I could say that, Byzantine cross. So it's like a variation on the Celtic cross. I think I butchered the name of that, so I apologise if I have. Yeah, and then we go straight into the cards. So I'm not going to look at the cards because obviously I want to be surprised. I do like the guidebook. Again, it matches the box, and then at the back again, another beautiful image and just a little bit of information. So let's pop that to one side and take out the cards. So first impressions of the back of the cards. So anyone who's watched my unboxing videos, you know that I like the back of the cards to be as plain as possible, so you cannot tell if the card is the right way or if it is reversed. So I much prefer to be surprised in that manner. However, I don't tend to read for the public with the cards the back facing up. I tend to just put them down face up straight away, so I can forgive this a little bit. And also I really like that spooky gothic theme on the back. That's a really pretty image, so definitely going to forgive this one for that, because it's not offensive to me in any way. I really do like that image. Let's talk about card quality. So the card underneath is just a tiny bit dirty. Oh well. So card stock is really quite good. It's typical of Lucy's decks. It's thick, so it would take a bit of time to shuffle. And you definitely wouldn't be able to do that kind of, you know, where you're kind of doing that with it while shuffling, because you could damage these cards very easily. I think if you went too far, they would bend or crinkle, because they are that thick cardstock quality. The edging is white, and they are obviously a little bit bigger in my hands than the average tarot, but I can still comfortably grip around the cards, and I could definitely do a shuffle that way if I wanted to. So overall, the quality is really, really good. They definitely haven't squandered on the cardstock at all, and it is a matte finish with a slight gloss tinge. Let's have a look at the cards, shall we? Ooh, beautiful. So the first card we have is Eternal Youth. Energy, newness, vitality. Wow. That's beautiful, isn't it? Card number 2, Enlightenment, Inspiration, Empathy, Innovation. I'm really drawn to the cat in that one because of its glowing eyes. Then we have Knowledge, Study, Learning, Education. I get very Victorian Queen vibes from that, like from Henry VIII, like one of his wives maybe. This one's Study, Learning and Education, so definitely you need to learn more about a situation, or there's information that hasn't yet come to light perhaps. The next one, card 4, is Ancient, Ancestry, Egypt, Magical Inheritance. Oh, there's so much that draws my attention there. But the thing that draws my attention the most is that octopus in the corner, because that's really quite unusual. Not an animal I would specifically associate with Egypt either, so that's very interesting. And then, you know, it's a different contrast to when you come over here and you're seeing almost a dog image or Anubis perhaps. I'm really noticing as well that the skulls still have eyes in them, like they're alive. So that's very interesting. Card number 5 is Nightmare, Psychic Protection, Shield, Bad Dreams. Ooh, so you need to protect yourself from something with that one. That's a really nice card as well. The horse looks very, very deadly and dangerous. Card number 6, Immortal, the Consuming Family, Pressure of Peers. Ooh, peer pressure. So being pressurised into doing something you don't want to, feeling obligated, like you have to do what your family says. Transmission, card number 7, Spreading of Conditions, Influence, Impact. Ooh, there's a rat in that image as well. Ooh, so this is the card that's on the front of the box. Seduction, Allure, Desire, Manipulation. So this is card number 8 in the deck. That's you know, desiring this woman could be really bad for your health, because I'm seeing like blood marks in the background there. Creator, catalyst, maker, mother, father. So, you know, listening to your parents, you know, going to them for help and support. This is a very nurturing card. So this is one of the more positive ones, I think, in the deck, because most of them are themed around, you know, negative energies, or you have a darker theme to them, which is what I like about them so far. Card number 10, Her Last Day in the Light, Unexpected Endings, Surprise Changes, Sudden Shifts. This card to me is like a Wheel of Fortune card, where at the moment everything is happy, blissful, successful, but at any moment that could turn and your fortune could become misfortune. I also feel as well when I look at this like she's human and she's about to become a vampire, child of the night. Oh wow, I love this card. That's beautiful. So card number 11 is death rites, saying goodbye, formal occasions, honouring lives. Oh, and I love that. I love again that the creature is clearly dead. It's a skeleton, but then there's eyes in the skull. That really draws me in. And also spooky background as well. She's clearly in a forest of some kind. You can see the branches of the trees, but you can't quite make anything out because of the fog and the mist. And we have card number 12, call for help, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. So this is, you know, you're a strong individual person on your own, but there's, you know, it's not weakness to ask for help and support. I feel a lot of people don't reach out for help and support and forget that they have a support system in place and they don't call upon it when they need it. That could be through pride or through fear. Judging by the look on her face, I would say through fear. But I would also say that anyone who's feeling too prideful to call for help, you're going to make the situation worse in the long run. So I get a lot of interesting energies and vibes from that card. Then card number 13 is Primal. So connecting deep within, sacred dance instinct. I get a very, it kind of looks like an Aztec themed card to me, or maybe Mexican, something along those lines. And I feel like she should have a snake wrapping around her, because I really want to say she's a snake charmer. Or at least that's the vibe I'm getting from her, with that primal dance kind of energy, living on the edge, a little bit on the dangerous side. And then we have card number 14, compassion, empathy, simpatico, kindness. So recognizing when someone else needs help, being empathetic to their needs, listening to them, helping them, being there for them. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful card. Reason, card number 15. Listen to advice, think clearly, intellect. That's a cool card, isn't it? Her eyes look like they're bleeding as well. The call of the night, daring, adventure, excitement. Wow, there's a lot of cats in that one, and just this one wolf on his own. I'm really drawn to the moon. Above everything else in that, I'm looking at the moon. That draws me in with its glow and its light, like it's illuminating something. Card number 17, the past, a prison, bitterness, grudge, refusal to let go. Wow, this for me so far has got the best message of all, because a lot of us hold on to things we know doesn't serve us. We know it's toxic and negative, and we know we're repeating cycles and patterns that are just toxic for us, but yet we do it anyway. In witchcraft, I see this a lot with people who want their exes back, and they're forgetting why they're an ex in the first place, and they're just brushing over all the bad and only focusing on the good and the fact they're lonely, and they miss that individual. And that all-consuming energy of missing somebody, that loneliness, that drives them to want to hold on to that person tightly, not let them go, and keep them in their lives or have them back in their lives even though they were bad for them. So I get a lot of that from this card, and I like that it's all dusty and cobwebby as well, because the past is the past. It is going to draw cobwebs and dust because it's been and dusted. You know, it's something that you're not going back to, or you shouldn't disturb. So I get that from looking at the cobwebs and all the dust in the image. So card number 18 is anti-hero, maverick, risk taker, rule breaker. I really love that this is like a rock chick. Like I look at this and go, yeah, rock chick with tattoos and piercings, a bit of a rebel. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Ooh, can I pronounce this? I feel like I'm going to butcher the name of this card, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Menage. I think it says Menage, but I'll probably run it through Google and tell it to pronounce it to me just to be sure. So if anyone else can pronounce that correctly, then well done, because I can't. So this card is madness, ecstatic ritual, and energy release. So this is kind of like chaotic, isn't it, compared to some of the others. Then we have, redemption, absolution, forgiveness, penance. So forgiving yourself for your transgressions, but also seeking forgiveness from others. That's a beautiful card. I really like her eyes as well. Thirst, craving, compulsion, obsession. Wow. And this card, like when I look at her eyes, she's begging. She is telling people with her eyes, like, I don't have an obsession. Everything is fine. Trust me. I don't believe her, because clearly she is obsessed. Clearly there, I mean, look at her eyes. I mean, she almost looks like she's in this trance as well, like she's away with the fairies in some way. And we all have obsessions of some kind, you know, some are healthy and some are not. So again, this is a card that speaks volumes to me, and I think that's one of my favourites in the deck so far. Then card 22 is Outsider, so Misfit, Loner, Wanderer. I really like the dragons in that one. That's such a beautiful card. I like her dragon wings as well. I actually made some like that for Halloween many years ago, and they looked very similar with like the dark kind of blue and then the red. Card 23, Free Will, Sovereignty, Independence, Free Spirit. I get a very Alice in Wonderland theme from this one, because it looks all higgledy-piggledy in the background. It's got that checkered kind of image. And then with the lion, that almost looks like a chess piece to me. So, yeah, I'm drawn to the crown as well. The crown is an interesting piece to have in this image. Love Conquers All, card 24. Enduring Loyalty, Eternal Love, Lasting Commitment. Ooh. Loyalty is again something that I think is an important message, because I don't think people are as loyal, as committed as they could be anymore. And I think we're forgetting what commitment and loyalty actually means. And I think we sacrifice those things and give in to our wants and our desires a little bit too much. And I'm seeing more and more of that as well in readings. So again, this holds a very important message, and I think it's a very important card to have in a deck like this. I think also as well, because love conquers all, I used to believe that, but I don't think it does conquer everything. I think it depends on the love and it depends on the connection. If that connection is strong, pure and undamaged, yes, absolutely, love conquers all. But if you're talking about a damaged relationship, you know, or a betrayal of some kind, then will that love conquer all? There is a serious question there, and, you know, the possibility that it won't. The Monster Within, number 25, eternal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. This gives me very werewolf vibes. Like this person could go through a transition, a transformation, and they're not happy about it. They don't like who they're becoming. They don't like the beast within. They are struggling with the reality of their situation. And we have Jealousy, card number 26, Envy, Punishment, Changing Course. I like the subtle kind of greens coming through here as well, because green, you know, is the colour associated with envy and jealousy, turning green, you know. And again, look on her face, she's pouting. You know, she's not happy. She's clearly got her eyes fixated on something, and she's definitely wants what she's seeing, hence the pout. Ecstasy, card 27, Yielding, Rapture, Bliss. Oh wow, look at the greens in this, the emeralds. I'm really drawn to the headpiece she's wearing, her eyes, and the beautiful wings. There's so much to look at in that card. That is a stunning card. Oh, wow. Burnt by the Sun, card number 28, Ambition, Extension, Reach. Ooh, reaching beyond, you know, taking things too far. There's a lot I could get from this card, but the first thing that came to mind is kind of, you know, reaching beyond your reach, beyond your station, beyond the position you're in life, trying to push yourself to the absolute limits and push boundaries as well, rules. So this could be rule breaker card as well, because your ambitions could take you or push you to do things you wouldn't normally do. Witness, card number 29. So to know, personal evidence, to speak out. So this is about finding your voice. Oh, I love this card. That is so beautiful. Wow, look at the pomegranate. So this one is That Death Will Come, card number 30. Mortal, infinite, fragile. And I get Persephone vibes from this card. I am just seeing Queen Persephone as a little fragile girl before she ate the pomegranate seeds and got bound to Hades and was forced to marry King Hades of the underworld. I definitely see her as fragile, but I also see an intelligence there in the eyes. Perhaps it was her choice after all. Perhaps she's more manipulative than you think. There's a lot there for me, but the pomegranate draws me in the most. Oh wow, prey. Number 31, stalked, invaded, watched. I think we all have that moment in life where we're being watched, or we feel like we're being watched. And in some cases, it's true. We are being stalked and watched. So that's very interesting. Ooh, nice. We've got opposites here. So we've just looked at prey. Now we have hunter. And look at the different energies here. So this one's kind of clouded over, afraid, not willing to look behind her because she knows her stalker's going to be there, or there's something there she doesn't want to look at. Here, this one's challenging. Her eyes are bold. So this is the hunter, number 32, aggressor, tracker, provider. So this is definitely like thirst for the hunt. I enjoy the chase and I will seek out what I want and I will take it. Definitely very aggressive vibes with that card. Then we have card 33 is rebellion, upstart, tumult, revolution. Ooh. Again, her eyes draw me in. A lot of these cards, it's all about the eyes. I love how gold they are as well. And there's that hint that she's dangerous and you should watch out because the fangs are just peeking out ever so slightly. Whereas in some of these cards, like there's no fangs showing. Like there's a danger element there, but they're not showing you the danger. They want you to be shocked by it. This one's definitely, I am a troublemaker. I will start something if you push me. So there's a challenge there as well. Go ahead and push me and see what happens. Discipline, card number 34, training, consistency, practice. Discipline's a really, really good word to have on an oracle card, I think. And again, it's a card that's it's a word and a card and an energy that I think in most decks is misunderstood, because people perceive discipline as you're being disciplined, you're being told off, you're being sort of chided by your parents in some way, and you feel like you're a failure, you feel like a naughty little child. But actually, discipline is about focus, commitment, determination, and dedicating yourself to something in order to perfect a skill or a part of yourself. And I get that more from this card because of the violin. I assume that's a violin. Actually, it's a bit big to be a violin. I probably got that wrong. I'm not sure what instrument that is, but she's learning to play an instrument. She's dedicating herself. She's isolated herself from people in order to conquer and master this particular instrument. And she is determined that she's going to be skilled and good at what she's doing. Sacrifice, card number 35. Reunification, offering, letting go. Again, sacrifice is another powerful word to put on an oracle card, isn't it? Because again, it's another word that's misunderstood. You say the word sacrifice in relation to witchcraft or the paranormal, and people are getting images of bunny rabbits being slaughtered, or chicken carcasses, and and blood and guts and gore, and they are seeing it as something that was done to sacrifice to higher beings or gods or demons. And in the old days, and there are probably some tribes or religions or paths that still sacrifice today to a small extent. But for me, sacrifice is about giving up something you love willingly in exchange for something, or as a sign of devotion to something. And also it can be that even though you love something, perhaps you should set it free and let it go, because that sacrifice is going to make you stronger in the long run, and maybe it's necessary. So I get a lot of interesting vibes from that one as well. Faith, card number 36, trust, unwavering confidence. And I love the fiery heart on that as well. Wow, that's a beautiful card. Faith is also very important, and again, I think it's something people lack. And this card for me is an important one in this deck, because again, it's a positive, because it's asking you to have faith, to believe, to let go of your worries, your fear, your anxiety, and just trust that the universe will provide. Religion, number 37, canon, rules, commandments. When I read the word religion, I thought I was going to be offended by this, because when people think of religion, I would say a large number of people automatically go to Catholicism or Christianity, and I don't think this is too offensive to me at all. Looking at it, I think she's quite beautiful. I think she's extremely dedicated and committed to her faith, her religion, her path, and this is a symbol of sovereignty. I don't see it as too religious, and I could get a lot of different religions by looking at this with all the colours and the energy. So I think this just represents religion in general, not a specific religion, and I think it's just a sign that you are devoted and committed to something. Again, it ties well in with faith, and those two match really well. The next card is number 38, courtesy. Thoughtful, polite, good manners. I get Red Riding Hood vibes from this card because of her red cloak and the wolf in the background. I like this one as well because it's polite, it's got that really cheeky, nice energy. It's reminding us to have manners, and it's also reminding us that sometimes we can be rude without meaning to be so. Maybe we haven't really thought about the way we're approaching something, the way we're communicating with someone, and maybe we just need to go back to basics and remember what we were taught when we were young. The next one is supernatural, card number 39. Inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly. Oh, look at the fish. I've just noticed that they're not fully fish as well. They've got like butterfly wings instead of fins. So, I don't know, maybe they're butterfish. I don't know what you call them, but I'm going to call them butterfish because that's what I think they are. And they are cute and adorable. And definitely I get that very supernaturally, otherworldly vibe from this card. That's beautiful. And we have natural, card number 40, authentic, real, organic. You know, so taking off the mask, the makeup, stop pretending to be something you're not, and just be your natural, beautiful self. Transgression, number 41, flaws, contradictions, mistakes. What I find interesting about this is we have a unicorn skull in her hands. I almost feel like this is the maiden, the virgin maiden that reached out to the unicorn, and like in Legend, the movie, the unicorn gets shot and killed as a result. So, you know, that one moment of pleasure of touching that unicorn led to a transgression so great that it was catastrophic for the world. So this is a card of regret, mistakes. That's beautiful. Then we have hope, because, you know, we have to have hope in a deck. So this is card number 43, anticipation, bright prospects, wish. So this is like illuminating the dark and showing you there is hope in the darkness and that not everything is dark or bleak. Nobility, card number 42, honor, high standards, idealistic. Again, beautiful with the wolves. I'm really digging the artwork on these cards. I think they're absolutely stunning. What a beautiful deck. And the last card is Resurrection, 44. Reprise, recovery, comeback. So this is a card of healing, isn't it? Self-reflection. You've let go and released. You have gone through a time of healing and the sun is rising on that and you are being purified. Wow, this is a stunning deck. I am absolutely amazed and in awe of it. I cannot wait to start using this deck. So thank you very much, Christine. I very much appreciate you getting me this deck and supporting my business. Thank you to everybody who watched through this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and click the bell so YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out. If you'd like to offer light, love and support to this channel like Christine did, you can either donate to me through Patreon, or you can buy Hunter a bone as well. He's my beloved animal familiar, or you can support me through my Amazon wishlist. Both links are provided. If you'd like to book a tarot or oracle reading from me or any of my magical services, you can contact me through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or via email. All the links are there, guys. Thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. It really does support me and helps my channel grow. And if you'd like to see me do an unboxing of a particular deck, or you have a deck in mind you'd like me to purchase, then please let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, also pop them in the comments. I'll get to them as quick as I can, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Blessed be.